My value is that veterans should be treated with the most upright respect because of the continuous sacrifices that they made for us on a daily basis while they were on active duty. Retired military should be getting higher support from the government after they get out of service because of the freedom that they fought for the United States and the constant days that they put their lives on the line while they're on active duty. All veterans should be treated better and should be guaranteed a quality paying job once they get out of service. They are also at a higher risk of mental health disorder, which can also be known as PTSD, after they get home to the civilian lifestyle. They should all be allowed free counseling and support if needed because a lot of veterans go through mental health disorders and aren't allowed the access for mental health that should be allowed to them and should be easily accessed to them. Education and quality living should be free once they get back home into the civilian lifestyle. Veterans continuously go undervalued when they return home and should be treated with the most upright respect. Last year, over 20,000 veterans went homeless because they weren't able to find a quality paying job that suited the background that they had and the skills that they were able to involve with themselves, and it didn't comply with the skills that were needed from the employer that they were trying to apply to. This roughly accounts for 11 of every 10,000 veterans that go homeless every year after they get back home from service. There are constantly multiple opinions that say that all veterans are allowed the same benefits and qualities of that of any civilian. This is true in a sense, but is vaguely argued because there is a lack of support from the government and Veteran Affairs after leaving the military, which is supposed to be the backbone for veterans. There's a lot of employer discrimination towards veterans once they get out of the occupation that they prior did to their job. A lot of employers don't feel like veterans are better suited for their job and feel like they have a lot of issues involved with them, which does comply into discrimination, which also makes it hard for them to find a job that can pay well enough so that they can also get an apartment or any place to stay. There aren't many jobs that support military skills that can help veterans with employment after discharge, which is also why employment is so high. Over 40% of veterans that came back from deployment in 2020 found employment taking years because before they could actually settle with a job that didn't involve any forms of employer discrimination or anything that didn't allow them to be who they wanted to be. If these veterans continuously get overlooked for decades to come, there isn't going to be much of a military left, knowing that once these military veterans get back to society, they won't be treated with equality, and homelessness could be a very high possibility for them, as well as unemployment and lack of mental health support that could be much needed. Disabilities are also high, and there is a lack of support with that as well. And personally, I don't feel that that veterans are treated with respect, whether it's going to the grocery store, looking for jobs or anything like that. I feel like people look over veterans. They just give them a slight respect nod, and then they keep going without their day without any form of assistance or anything like that. And I feel like veterans continuously get underlooked, and they should be valued more because of the sacrifices that they make for our country and the sacrifices that they continuously make for us on a day-to-day basis. This is my opinion, and this is my value on why veterans should be treated with the highermost respect and should also have more values to them. And I also feel that these veterans should have more access to assistance when needed regarding any cause. Thank you.